Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is henna hair day, and I just wanted to record this video to share a different brand with you. As you saw from the thumbnail and the title of this video, it is the Henna Sooq brand of henna and indigo. This is the Rajasthani red henna that I'll be using today, and also in conjunction with the indigo powder I'll be using today to get these tones that you see in my hair. Generally, if you do a henna treatment and follow it up with an indigo treatment, you get jet black hair. But I love the color that I get from henna. I just don't like the orange copper color. So if you add a 50-50 ratio of henna powder and indigo powder, you get a deeper tone than the orangey red color. Now, I just did this yesterday, so it hasn't darkened up completely where I would like for it to be, but this is still a beautiful color deposit for my hair. And this is just, of course, a little twist out that I felt like taking it loose so you guys can see my hair. And you can tell it's nice and shiny, it's moisturized, and it turned out great. So I am happy with the Henna Sooq. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the mixing and the preparation for both of these in order to come up with the mixture. And then I'm going to show the application and how it took into my hair and everything. And after the rinse out, and this is the final look. Guys, so if you are interested in looking and seeing how I prepared this henna for my application, just continue to watching the video. And in the description box below, I will also link 2 other videos that I've used the Napor henna before, and I've also used the Henna Color Lab henna. And I like all of them, but as far as ease of rinse out, this one here and the Henna Color Lab are the best. But any one of them will work, but this is the most ease of use and finely milled powders. So guys, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is the henna powder. It's 2 ounces of henna powder, 1 ounce of the indigo powder, and 1 teaspoon of the aloe vera powder. Okay. Now for the henna, you mix it with warm to hot distilled water. Just going to pour in a little bit at a time, mixing as I go. Now with this mixture, you add the warm water to the henna first. And I'm going to put in the aloe vera teaspoon, which cuts the dryness of the henna application. Just going to pour it right in there now. Okay. Add a little bit more water. As you can see, it's kind of thick still. Plenty of it. Those lumps in there will disappear and become really, 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 really smooth. Okay guys, welcome back. All right, I mixed this at 10:30 this morning. It is now around 1:40, so let's see. And as you can see, the color is a little bit more reddish brown, and right there you can see the little bit of the color release on it. It is definitely time to get ready to mix. The rest of the dye release will happen on my head if necessary. Yeah, you can see the color difference in it when you stir it up. Okay, so I'm going to move this bowl off, and as you see, some of the lumps are already going away. And once I add in the rest of it and stir it up real good, everything will get smooth before I get ready to add it to my head. So I'm going to move the henna bowl out of the way and put the indigo bowl in the front. And I have already put a little tiny bit of salt in there. And I'm going to stir it up just a little. These are very, very, very fine powders. I have used the Henna Sooq indigo and henna multiple times now, and I love it by far. I think it is my best because of the smooth texture and because of the rinse out. The rinse out is so easy with this. Really nice. There we go. There we go. Tilt it so you guys can see it a little better. Take that out the way. Now, when you look at them side by side, you can tell that the henna is a lot more loose than the indigo. But when I add them together, it's going to be a nice thick paste. But I got to wait 15 minutes on this. So I'm going to leave this and I'll mix it up in just a few minutes. All right, it has been 15 minutes, and before I even stir anything, you can already see the color change of the indigo on the top. But look at that. That's why indigo only takes 15 minutes for its release, whereas henna can take up to 3 or 4 hours. And now, put that back to the back, move this up, and slowly mix the two together very, very well. You don't want it to be mixed improperly, because if you do, you'll end up with an uneven distribution of your color deposits, which in my case, it doesn't really matter because my hair now looks like it's streaked with red due to my gray hairs. And look how smooth it is now, guys. Just a few trace little lumps in there, but look how smooth that is. Definitely a little bit looser than pancake batter or pudding. Okay, now I'm going to move this off to the side, get my stuff together, and I'll be back, guys, when it's time to add this to my hair. All right, guys, I am all done with washing my hair. I used the Giovanni Too Chic line. I will share the shampoo with you later on in another video when I do the comparison with the Joico. All right, my hair is still detangled and it's clean and it's soft because after the shampoo, I actually did a clay wash with the Chocolate Curls and Kinks, of course, my favorites. And with my clip go, I have drop cloths around me, drop cloth on my bed behind me. I got my gloves, I got everything I need. And I have the henna in my lap in a bowl. And let's get started, guys. This might get a little messy, but I'm okay. Okay. And the first swipe is going to be everything that's on the spoon. Putting it close to my roots, because that's where my main concern is, where my gray hair is. Okay. I think I got just about all of it off of there. Yeah. And I try not to put this on my hair when my hair is too damp, because it causes the henna to run even more. But you don't want to put it on your hair while your hair is dry either, because you don't want it to get so hard that it could break your hair if you need to manipulate it. Okay, and I'm just putting it in. I have plenty, so I am going to saturate my hair with this so I get the benefits everywhere. And it is a really smooth application, and that aloe vera powder is going to make it where this application is not drying on my hair as much as it could be. Henna is one of the things I use that stops my breakage cold. And I have begun using some forms of protein. I'm mainly sticking with deep conditioners that have a balanced protein in them. And a couple of them offhand is the Obia Naturals. Hers is balanced. The Mish protein is balanced. Bask and Bloom has one with Ayurvedic herbs in it that works very, very well. And then if I have any that have, which I have quite a few of them, that have too much protein in them, I just add more oils and more honey to balance them out. But once I go through the ones in my stash that have harsher proteins in it that my hair really doesn't care for, I will stick with only balanced protein deep conditioners for my low porosity hair. And that way I can almost use them every wash day just to get that shot of protein. So I'm not concerned about keeping my hair in protein moisture balance, because it will be in there. I figure if I just use protein liberally in my normal wash routine every so often, every couple of weeks or so, just a small amount of protein, I seem to be doing just fine with that. So that's what I'm going to go forward with. No harsh proteins, but protein will be in my regimen. My hair in the back takes the proteins a lot better than my hair in the front. Okay, I'm just working it in real good. And I am going to speed the video up in a minute. Okay. This is a very easy and smooth application. Let's see if there's anything on my hands. No breakage on my hands. It's because my hair was already moisturized and clean and detangled, so I'm not breaking any of my hair as I'm applying this. And this does not feel gritty. As I said before earlier in the video, Henna Sooq has to be the smoothest smoothest henna that I have ever used. I'm going to show you some on my glove in just a minute. I'm getting it all down into my scalp. Henna, I have noticed, also takes away itchy scalp. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, big old glob of it. Takes away itchy scalp for me for weeks after I do a henna treatment. And it causes my shedding to slow down. I haven't had a lot of shedding since I've started working on getting my moisture balances up. I haven't had an abundance of shedding, which is amen, thank you, Lord. But henna, after I do my henna treatment for like 3 weeks or so, my shedding is even less. It gives such a strength to my hair. Now guys, I'm quite sure everybody knows by now that Curly Proverbs has come out with her own line. And once I go through what I have from my Henna Sooq, I am definitely going to order hers. When I get down to my last packets of Henna Sooq, I think I'm going to order the Curly Proverbs just so I can do a comparison of the two. I'm quite sure hers is phenomenal because she's been in the henna game for quite some time, and that is where I first got turned on to different Ayurvedic herbs for strengthening and growth in my hair. Okay, all right, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Look at that. Look how creamy and smooth that is. That looks phenomenal. Okay, I'm just going to pack a little bit more around the front because that's where the majority of my gray hair is in patches. And then I'm going to speed this video up as I apply the rest of it. Look at the curl definition I'm getting from this. Now, I don't have amla in this mix, so it may loosen my curl pattern just up a little bit temporarily. But I don't really see a major difference in my curl pattern from henna. Okay, I'm going to speed it up and I'll be back after I get it all applied into my... I am all done with the application. I am going to pack it around the front a little bit more. Not so much inside, but just around my edges. I have almost a half a bowl of this stuff left. This time I made the mixture pretty thin, so I'm hoping I get the same color payoff as I normally do. I've made it thin, but not this thin before. I didn't know it was going to go down this loose, but it's not packed in as much as I would like. I.e., my hair is not laying down like it's real heavy with the henna mixture. It's saturated, but it's not heavy with it, where it looks like paste on my head. But I'm not going to worry too much about it, because if the color doesn't take this time around, then we'll just wait and do it again when it's time for my next application. Regardless if I get the color payoff or not, I will still get the strengthening properties and benefits of the henna application. So I'm just putting extra around my edges up here in the front. You'll have a whole half a bowl of this. So to the freezer it will go. Okay, I got my grocery store bag. You've seen me do this before. If you've seen any of my henna application videos, I'm not using a saran wrap this time. I'm just going to use this. Put it up and around my ears a little bit. And I must say, even though this was a real loose application, I don't have any fluid henna spills. I just have the little dust from the dried henna off the gloves that I can just easily vacuum up once it falls off of my clothing. So I'm going to clean up my edges and everything, which I don't really need to because I'm using one of my store-bought bonnets, same one I slept in with the pre-poo. Gonna put it over the top of this so it doesn't matter if I get henna all over this thing. Okay. And it comes down far enough that if I get any drippage under there, it'll be caught by the bonnet. But I always keep an old t-shirt or an old towel around my neck when I'm doing a henna treatment. And that is it, guys. I am ready to sit with this on my head for about 3 to 4 hours. All right, it has been over 4 hours and it is time to rinse the henna and indigo mix out of my hair. I'm gonna lean in a little bit closer, guys, so you can see my edges. And you can see where the color deposit has already started. Hopefully, because I didn't repack some of these edges, some of my grays may not color, but that is okay. But as you can see, you can already tell where the color has soaked in. So I'm gonna go rinse this out and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am all done rinsing out the henna and indigo mix in my hair. I haven't looked at it yet, so let me see if I have any residue left in my hair. I hope not, because I don't feel like going back to my kitchen sink or getting over in the shower to do another rinse. I just want to put on a deep conditioner and go from there. Okay, I'm going to do the sections. Now, I see it looks like my gray is completely covered. In the areas where you see that orangey color, it should darken through the oxidization in the next couple of days. My hair feels good, but I do need a deep conditioner. Yeah, the color took wonderfully. It doesn't look like my normal ashy brown color. It looks more of a rich, darker brown, black. That's from the indigo. And that red look you see in there, the little highlights, that's from the henna, coloring my grays. That was just a little knot I had to work out. And all that will be taken care of when I put a deep conditioner in my head. It's kind of late. It's almost 8 o'clock. So I don't know if I'll sleep in my deep conditioner or not. But I'll see how it goes. But that was my henna treatment. And I'll come back on in a couple of days to see if it has darkened up any more than you already see right here. All right, guys. That was the Henna Sooq henna and indigo treatment. And what I used to rinse it out, I did not use a conditioner. I used the Henna Sooq cleansing conditioning co-wash. This is the one with the sweet orange fragrance with shikakai in it. I really do love these. You can easily detangle with these. I did a review on these before. I'll put it down in the description box, linking it to this video. Okay guys, thank you for watching. If you have tried any henna or even the Henna Sooq brand, please let me know how you like it. And do you like just straight henna or the henna and indigo for darker tones? See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.